Resets! Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And finally, I got my hands on DNF DUEL, all thanks to the developers of this game who sponsored this video. So if you want to try this incredible game yourself, you can click the link in the description below. The 17-year RPG Dungeon Fighter Online is back as a fighting game. I had a chance to play this game years ago, and since I also like MMORPGs and beat-em-ups, having both genres in one game was actually pretty fun. But now making a return as a fighting game, it blew my mind the first time I did a video reaction. So we are gonna talk about the features of this game, what it has to offer, the online mode, local mode, practice mode, and so on, and even play some online matches as well. Don't forget to click the link in the description below if you wanna try this amazing game. Stay tuned to watch the rest of the video, and of course don't forget to like, comment, share, sub, and turn the bell to get notified about my content. So let's get this started. First, we got the online mode, which is the mode that competitive players will play the most. It will consist on ranked match, player match, and ranking. So in ranked match, before finding a match, you can check your matchmaking settings, so you can approve on pop-up or approve automatically. I would definitely recommend using approve on pop-up, because that way you can actually check your opponent's connection. Also, the play location, you can actually pick different regions here: Japan, North America West, North America East, South America. This is definitely pretty good, since it got like different locations. It got way different locations, so you can pick depending on what region you are. Also, the opponent's strength, where you can pick a similar rank, same rank only, or any rank. Battle settings, you can of course pick your main character, you can pick the stage you want, and the music, the background music as well. Also, you got a profile. You can go back to your profile, so you can update your information before playing online. And the player match is definitely my favorite, since I have never seen this before. Basically, the lobby is like going to an arcade. It's not a classic lobby where you have to wait until that player loses. You can definitely play different players in different arcade cabinets. So if you finish playing with that player, okay, you go with another player. You don't have to be back in the queue in order to play again. So you just, if you lose against that player, and if you choose to not continue playing, you can just get out of the match and get a play with another player. Search room ID. Of course, you can go directly to that lobby or room if your friend gives you a room ID. The player limit, arcade machine limit. Wow, that's pretty good. You can actually put up to 4 arcade machines. So that means you can get 2 players in every arcade machine. So you get some notices. You can actually pick the rules, skill level, playstyle, room, a lot of settings actually. The rank limit, rotation rule, match limit, and a bunch of settings you can work around. And the battle settings, of course, where you can pick your main character, the stage, and the music. And the ranking, where you can see the top players of the world. Okay, so we keep going with local mode, and what we got here is what every fighting game should have: free battle, story mode, arcade mode, survival mode. So in free battle, yeah, you got the free battle settings, rounds to win, time limit. Also advanced settings, you can place a handicap to prove yourself that you're actually a god of this game against your friends. So if you pick here, you have this is a local mode. You can play with friends. You pick player 1, the second controller, pick the right side. So here's where you can pick your character. The base roster consists of 16 characters, without counting the DLC characters that are gonna come in the future. Well, you can pick your character, the CPU character, or your friend. Set the CPU difficulty setting. Default one is actually 50, but if you want to prove yourself, you can go for 100. I actually tried a difficulty at 70, and it was actually kind of crazy. It took me like a couple of tries in order to beat the CPU So you can imagine how it can be playing at 100 difficulty setting. So this game is actually, I don't think it's actually like that easy. If you play against a CPU, that's when the fun starts. For those casual players that loves to play offline against a CPU, an arcade mode, story mode, but well, we will go there so you can check the other local modes. And also we got an amazing story mode where you pick your character and you'll see how the story develops. You will see actually a lot of 2D animations and also feels like reading a e-comic book. And since this game got beautiful artwork, it's definitely an amazing experience. I'm actually loving it. And eventually, of course, you will fight opponents, since it's like a not only just story, but also you will fight the CPU. So probably get harder and harder every time you advance in the story mode. Same as the arcade mode. I actually try to beat the arcade mode, and at first it was kinda easy at the normal difficulty setting. The last boss was actually quite hard. It took me like, let's say, 6 to 7 tries to beat him just in normal difficulty. So if you pick expert, it's gonna be way harder. I actually also tried expert mode and I couldn't even beat the third character. It was actually like, took me like 10 tries and I couldn't even beat him. So you can imagine how hard it is. Of course, I gotta get my hands off this game even more. I have to learn a lot. Probably in time I could beat the arcade mode in expert mode. Yes, it's all about training. It's all about training and learning. And well, eventually you will get into it and you will beat the game in expert mode as well. Difficulty, like I said, is pretty good in this game. It's not like super easy. I know you guys love to challenge yourself when you play arcade mode and offline modes. So this one is actually pretty good. And you got also a survival mode. You pick your character and you keep going until you can beat all the opponents. Course A got 15 stages, Course B got 30 stages, and Course C got 100 stages. Wow, that's actually crazy. So yeah, got 3 difficulty settings. You will keep leveling up your stats so you can keep it up with your opponents, and it will get harder and harder every time you beat one character. Yeah, for those who want even a harder challenge, you can go for survival mode and go for it. 100 stages, lightweight, easy mode, and practice mode. On practice mode, we got training mode and tutorial. So in training mode, I don't know, but I think I'm gonna be a grappler main. I also like striker, so probably I'm gonna make the 2 of them. And here you got the pause menu where you can check the different settings. Also the command list where you can see the moveset of your character. And it's pretty interesting because they're combining simple inputs with classic fighting game inputs. But I think I'm staying with classic fighting inputs, you know, quarter circle forward, quarter circle back. But anyway, if you are not a fighting game expert, you can go for a simple inputs. If you are a fighting game veteran or you're just starting learning this game, if you want to keep it simple, you can go for it. And here you got the awakening effect, which is basically like the super move of this game. It's called the awakening, just by pressing left trigger or L2 in the arcade stick or PS4 pad. And here also you got the skill, a signature little move of a character, by pressing down or back or forward plus the skill button. So it's actually a pretty simple command list, straight to the point, and pretty easy to understand. So the training experience is gonna be like, it's not gonna be hard for beginners. And for veterans, well, just gonna be super easy and pretty easy to understand to everyone. Basically, I think everyone can just play this game. Of course, you're gonna need a lot of training. You're gonna need a lot of training, a lot of fundamentals training. Of course, the fundamentals of fighting game, anti-airing, spacing, and all of that. But eventually, if you play, you can get quite good. Why not? I mean, hard work pay off. So just train and you can become good at any fighting game, especially in this one, since it's actually like easy to learn, hard to master kind of fighting game, and I liking it. And if you don't know nothing about your character and you want to learn from scratch, you know nothing about fighting games or just nothing about this game in particular, just pick the character you like the most, your main character, and you can learn from scratch, the tutorial mode. It's pretty easy, super easy to understand. So I'm pretty sure after completing the tutorial, you're gonna get your hands on this game pretty quick. You're gonna learn it, at least the basics, how the special moves work, and all of that, all the necessary tools to learn this game. And also, this tutorial mode got trials, combo trials, and challenges. In combo trials, you will start with beginner combos up to advanced combos, where you have to even use classic commands, because that way the MP gauge regenerates faster. So you will need classic commands in order to complete these advanced combos. And you have to complete also some challenges. For example, aiming for anti-airs, aiming for counters, deal with projectiles, aim for high damage combos in order to get on point with these in-game situations. So I definitely recommend the tutorial mode in order to learn the basics from start, from scratch. So when the time comes to play online or arcade mode or any other mode, you already know, you have an idea, you got a knowledge of your character on how their moves work, combos. Actually pretty good tutorial mode, super easy to understand, so don't forget to check it out. And at last we got collection, player profile. Here you can edit your name, player name, mine of course DeadAceBS, that's my name. The avatar settings, you can actually pick different avatars. Well, I don't know why I got this one. I actually made Grappler, so I'm gonna buy Grappler. You can actually buy an avatar with the in-game currency, so I'm buying this one right here. Yes, I'm gonna buy this one. And let's pick this one, since I'm definitely gonna be a Grappler main. I like the character, he's badass. You can also see the match history details in this. The stats of every character, how many wins, how many matches have you played with that character. And this history privacy settings, you can actually turn it off to private if you are actually ashamed of sharing your information, if you are not like prepared to share your losses. It can just stay private, you know. And after you get like super godlike at the game, you learn how to play it, you got like you get super good in this game, you can go for it, you know. It says here matches win. This is gonna be the percentage of how many wins you have versus the losses, I think. Number of player matches. So yeah, that's how it works. Oh, you got here also your match card here. It actually changed also your match card. That one is actually showing every time you are fighting someone, or probably for online, when you're playing online, it's gonna show that match card so that our player can see as well. Now we're moving to the replay library. Here is when you can check all of your replays, and you can learn from your mistakes, from your online matches. You got a gallery. A gallery can actually buy with in-game currency. You can buy any artwork here. Okay, let's try buying one artwork. Let's see what they got. They even got a movie gallery, sound gallery as well. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, let's keep with the illustration gallery. Let's try buying I don't know, probably a Grappler, of course, a Grappler artwork, or yeah, this time let's go with Striker. Enough Grappler already, so let's try buying a Striker artwork. Let's try this one. Oh, pretty good. That's how it is. So pretty good artwork here. So for those who love to have this kind of stuff, you know, artworks and stuff, actually pretty good. You can check the game's amazing artworks and illustrations. Also movie galleries. Oh, we only got one. Also sound gallery for the music, character voices, standard attacks. Oh, you got everything here, man. You can actually everything you got in the sound gallery, every sound effect of the game. And at last we got the glossary, where you can actually learn from the DNF Duel universe and lore, the names of the regions, some characters, organizations. Yeah, everything about the DNF Duel lore some stuff from the lore or universe, you can check the glossary. And well, that's gonna be it. So we already covered all the features of the game. So if you like this kind of anime fighters, this is definitely a go. You should check it out. And well, stay tuned to watch the online matches. Resets.
임무